Hi guys, this topic is going to cover mean absolute deviation. So remember with mean absolute deviation, to find that, you need to first find the mean of all your numbers, then find the absolute value of the difference of the mean and each data point, and then you want to average those differences. So here we have the age of employees at a company. My mean is 37, and I got that by adding up all of those data points and then dividing by the number of points. So that's 108. No, excuse me, it's not. Then I have to find the difference, the absolute value of the difference between 37 and each of those data point numbers. Remember, absolute value is going to make it always positive. So 37 minus 22 is 15. 52 minus 37 is 15. 37 minus 24 is 13, so on and so forth. I subtracted each of these numbers from 37 and took the absolute value. And I got 15 plus 15 plus 13 plus 8 plus 3 plus 21 plus 1 plus 5 plus 8 plus 2 plus 5 plus 12. All divided by 12 because I have 12 data points. When I add up all these numbers, I get 108. 108 divided by 12 is 9. On number 2, I have the height in feet of 5 bridges in California. When I find the mean here, I get 592 and 6/10. So again, I subtract all of these data points from 592 and take the absolute value of all of those numbers, and I get 137.4 plus 152.6 plus 172.6 plus 34.4 plus 153.4, and I have to divide all of those by 5 because I want to take the average of the absolute value of the differences. So 650.4 divided by 5 is 130 and 800ths. If you want to round that to 130 and 1/10, that's fine. So on number 23, would the number of minutes of daylight each day for a month or the number of minutes of daylight each day for a year have a greater mean absolute deviation? So basically this is asking which one varies more. If it has a low mean absolute deviation, your data points don't vary a lot. If you have a large mean absolute deviation, it means your points do vary a lot. So here, which would have less variation? Daylight time for a month or daylight time for a year? So the mean absolute deviation would be greater for a year because the amount of daylight varies more over the year. For example, in the summertime, it stays daylight for a longer time at night, whereas maybe in the wintertime, it gets dark really early. So the mean absolute deviation or the variance would be greater for a year. Let us know if you have any questions about mean absolute deviation.